Hey, everybody. My name is Waddles. It's been a minute with these Datapack videos. I'm not going to be that guy and make a last year joke, but it's been since last year. Okay, sorry. We'll go on with the show now. So, today I have a really cool datapack to show you. This is the 1.14 Changed Villages datapack by Ender's Host. Ender's Host is a wonderful datapack creator, so I'm really excited to show this one off to you today. But I have one thing to tell you. Keep in mind that this is not meant to be vanilla. This is for fun. It's like a different theme and everything. This pack adds some interesting new structures to the Plains villages, and this is a 1.14 datapack. If you enjoy the video, drop a like and consider subscribing, and you should definitely swing by my Twitter at itiswaddles and see what's up. And of course, the datapack is linked down in the description below. If you try it out, then try it out, and make sure you leave a nice word for Mr. Ender's Host. Now, you guys are not going to believe these wonderful structures, but coming onto frame now are the structures that are added in this data pack. This pack completely changes the vibe, the aesthetic, the look of the Plains villages. I mean, look at these giant buildings that a whole village worth of villagers could never live in, not in a million years. And oh yeah, that's an outpost that's not meant to be there. This is just some weird generation, and yeah, I thought this was a cool village, and I wanted to show it off. I am in a buffet Plains world. That's probably going to be the best way to take a look at these structures, because there's no way to spawn them in individually, or at least I couldn't find one out or figure one out, and these are only in the Plains villages. So let's just kind of go structure by structure, take a look at some of these. Now, as you can see, we have a massive, I guess this would be a skyscraper if we compare it to our guy. It's pretty tall, but inside we have a mess. All of the floors have caved in and piled down at the bottom. I wonder what caused this. It's crazy, but it's really cool. But moving on over, exiting the building, it's time to catch the bus in our wonderful bus stop. I think this is a bus stop. I mean, I see that as a bench, and then, you know, like the covering while you're waiting, but I'm not sure. This looks to be like a road sign like you would see on the highway or something like that. Of course, we have brand new roads. This one is flooded, so ignore that, but this is a taste of what the road or the roads should look like in your Plains villages. We have andesite along the edges and then slabs in the middle, so that means no spawns would happen on these roads, which is kind of cool, but that's unusual. Now, the reason I'm here, though, is this wonderful centerpiece. Look at this thing. I need to remember how this thing is built so I can build one of these, because this is so cool looking. Like, we have a bell up top and then emerald in there, and yeah, it just looks so good. I love this. The netherrack walls, the nether brick walls, excuse me, look really nice as well. It's just such a cool centerpiece. Now, behind the centerpiece, we have a sandstone building that is really cool inside, because take a look at this crazy furnace. We have 4 smokers connected by barrels. The barrels are like the pipes leaving the smoker or smokers and then going up, and then if we go back outside and take a look, the chimney, I suppose, you know, extends. So it's all connected, and I think that's really cool. A great use of barrels. Over here in this wing of the village, we have a tall, thin building made out of terracotta and bricks. Inside, we have this wonderful staircase support. Very great use of scaffolding, and I'm going to need to remember this for my buildings, because a lot of the time, you know, I want to support my staircase, but I don't really know how to do it because it kind of takes up room, and the scaffolding is just so smart. Now, the thing with a lot of these buildings is they are empty, but you got to keep in mind this is done by, I believe, one person. So, I mean, if they're empty right now, that's fine. I believe this pack is in progress, meaning, you know, it's still being created. Right here, we have another wrecked building, so I think that's pretty much it for this village. We're going to swing over to, I think, this one now and take a look at the structures. I'm just looking and trying to make sure I got pretty much all of them. Some of the smaller buildings are, of course, the new default, the new vanilla. Like, these buildings are vanilla, so that's not part of this pack. Now, right here, again, we have another thin, tall building. Inside, we have the hay bale spawning, which is not normal, and, oh, I didn't talk about the wonderful wonderful light posts. I guess we'll use this one that's inside of the house here, but if you have to use diorite in your build, like you have to, it's a requirement, this is the way to do it. This is a wonderful, wonderful city light pole, and it just gets me like brainstorming. Like you could use this look for so many small little light options, like in towns or builds and stuff. Of course, it's not going to light anything up, but it just looks so good, and it's perfect. It's a light pole, right? But carrying on into town past the dancing pig here, we have another tall, thin building, which we have seen, but we haven't seen that one, and we definitely haven't seen this one either. We have not seen a granite and brick building. Lots of red, pink-ish on this build. I don't know, but moving on inside, we have a dark, dark room and a villager insisting on living in here, I guess. I mean, it's fine, but zombies can spawn there. A very, very nice fountain. I love this fountain. It's just so small. It fits the vibe of the vanilla towns very, very well. Like, I could see this being in the actual vanilla, structures, but of course this was not in the structure files at all. It's just, like, compared to like a smaller house like that, it's, kind of perfect, I think. Now, up the road, we have an awesome building and another thin building, just like the terracotta one, but this time we have it being made mostly out of bricks with some small stone in there, whereas the other one is all terracotta and then some brick. It's exactly the same thing, I believe, but just, different blocks. But this building is so, so cool. This is my favorite one, and this seems to be the most complete one. So if we swing on into here, we have this main hall. It's pretty dark, but we have the carpet, so no spawn should happen. If we go this way, we have tons and tons of bookshelves, and then a chest with loot. And the cool thing is, this chest seems to be randomized. I've checked out 3 or 4 chests now, and each time the contents of the chest have been different, which means, there's some kind of randomization going on there. It seems like just village loot, though, so maybe it's using that somehow. We have a wall with some barrels on it, and then out here we have another loot chest, just a small room, tons of lecterns, a side door, which is really cool. This time there's not much to look at out here, though. So if we cut across this main hall and go in this back door, we find a small, small little room, and then if we back out of the room, very smooth, very nice. Then we go over here. We have another room, genius stair stuff again, and the scaffolding keeps this room open. If we had a block wall here, this would feel so tiny and cramped back here, but it really doesn't because we have the scaffolding. Just so smart, and this looks really, really nice as well. I just need to appreciate this corner. It's so nice looking in my opinion. But then if we swing upstairs, we find nothing but a really cool chandelier and another way to get end rods in survival now if you were willing to loot these villages. I really do like the bridge that's right here in the town. I think that's very, very simple and very nice. The slab work on the bridge creates a very, very nice arch, in my opinion. And yeah, I just love some of the simpler things in this pack, as well as some of the more complex things, but the simple things really stand out as nice. How did this get up here? Now, right here, we have a parking lot that you would probably not want to park in, but a parking lot. Imagining this lot was smooth and level, we would have, parking spaces in between the diorite lines. Aha, here's a better example. Yep, a parking lot. So, you kind of get the point. You see what's going on here. There are a few more structures, but again, there's not really a good way to, spawn these in individually. So, if you try this pack out and you find one that I didn't show off, tweet me a screenshot. I would absolutely love to see. I saw a really cool convenience store one, but I can't find the coordinates to it. I thought I wrote them down or took a screenshot, but I guess the screenshot didn't save. Again, this is the Enhanced and Changed Plains Village Data Pack by Ender's Host. Link down in the description if you want to try it out. If you are going to try it out, I advise that you go into your world generation settings and set a buffet world to plains. So then you can just kind of fly around, find the villages. It's all the plains biome. That's all I did here. If you want the seed, here's the seed. And then here are my coordinates right now. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Data Pack Showcase series. There's a dancing pillager over there now, too. I will leave the Data Pack Showcase series playlist on the end slide for you to check out, see some of the other cool data packs that I've shown off. Leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and go have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Waddles. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.